Okay, so you will definitely see these type of questions on the test tomorrow. Looking at this equation, what's my first step? What's my first step? Son? Okay, combine the like terms. Right, so what's negative 4x minus 6x? Negative 10x. That's right. I want to solve for x, so now I can move that negative 10 over. All right, and remember, I'm dividing by negative 10, not just 10. Because I'm dividing, I don't change the sign when I divide. So what is x? 2. That's it. Okay. This one right here, I want to solve for n. Okay, can I combine any like terms? Yeah, the 1 and the 5, I can combine them. So 6 equals 6 minus 2n. Okay. Now I can move that 6 over. When I move this over, I subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. So 0 equals negative 2n. Divide it. 0 divided by negative 2. What's 0 divided by negative 2? N equals 0. Yeah. Okay. If you're not sure, use a calculator. You are allowed calculators on the tests. Okay. This one, I have x on both sides and number on both sides. So what should I do? Okay. Or vice versa. Doesn't matter. I just personally like to move the letters to the left and numbers to the right, but it's the same as long as you separate them. Don't forget to change the sign when you move it. So 8x minus 7x gives you 1x, or just x, and negative 9 plus 2, negative 9 plus 2 gives you negative 7. So there's your answer. Okay, number 4, inequalities. All right. So I'm gonna move this. So again, I just like moving the variables to the left. All right, I'm gonna move this to the left, move this to the right. When I move this over, do I need to change the direction? Brianna? No. Yeah, because I'm just adding and subtracting. I don't change the sign. I change the sign only when I'm multiplying or dividing by negative. So this, even though I'm moving that negative 5a, I don't change the direction. So this is just a plus 5a, which is 6a. I still have it as greater or equal, greater than. And then 5 minus 5, 0. Okay. Move that 6 over to the other side by dividing. So what's my final answer here? How do I write it? Not equal. Greater than 0. Good. All right. When there's no equal sign, I better not see an equal sign. Yeah. All right. And you can see a lot of these is like 1-step, 2-step maximum questions. So that's why it's in the multiple choice. Okay. This one. Move the 4m over. This one is a tricky one. Okay. How do I write my next line? What's 4m minus 4m? Yep. 0m. Yeah. Usually we don't write that 0. Usually we don't write 0m. We don't write it, but I'm writing it here now because I want to show you guys. When I move it over, I get this. So if to solve for m, that means I have to divide it by 0. Check on your calculator if you want. What's 4 divided by 0? Try it. 4 divided by 0 is not 0. It's air. Right. If you think about it, the question is asking you 0 times what would give you 4? Nothing, right? 0 times anything is 0. It will never give you 4. So M equals, we have a fancier name other than air. Undefined, right? So air just sounds too elementary school. So now in high school, we use undefined. So doesn't exist. Okay. Okay, try 6. Try 6. Take 30 seconds, try 6 if you haven't already done so. P minus 1 equal 5p plus 3p minus 8. All right. So I see a lot of variables. I see a lot of numbers. I want to see if you guys can solve it. Annie, we are working on number 6 right now. Okay, so these questions should not take you more than 30 seconds to do. Okay, try it. You're gonna see these questions on the test tomorrow. You guys are gonna see a lot of these questions tomorrow. That's what this whole chapter was about. Hey, Naomi, I'm gonna get you to help me solve number 6. Okay, so with number 6, I'll write down the first step. So p minus 1 equals, this and this can go together. So 8p minus 8. Okay, now what, Naomi? What's my next step? And and what else should I move to the right side? Not just the 1, but the negative 1. Good. Okay. Yep. So p minus 8p? Is it 7p? Petro? Yeah. On the calculator, you know how I say you can use your calculator for this chapter? You're not going to find the P button or the X button on your calculator. But instead, you can use P is the same as 1p. So 1 minus 8. Okay, when you do 1 minus 8 on the calculator, it will give you negative 7. So this is negative 7p. And then same thing right here. Negative 8 plus 1. It will give you negative 7. Okay, so that's how you can use your calculator to help you. It's not going to you can't put in the variable, but at least it can help you with the coefficient. Okay, what do I do with this negative 7 now, Annie? Divide by what?
Negative 7 and negative 7.
And negative 7. Good. So P equals?
1.
Good. Okay, how many of you got 1? Good job. Okay. Try this one. Number 9. Okay, number 9. Okay, be careful with this negative sign outside the bracket. So, distribute. Say that again. All right, 2 different ways you can do this one. Or you can, did I teach you guys how to distribute this negative into the bracket? Did I? I don't remember if it was this class or my other class.
Probably you taught us to negative 1 and negative 1 times.
I did teach you guys that? Okay. I don't remember if it was this class or the other class.
Other class.
Yeah? Good. Oh, that means no equal sign. Yeah. Okay, so this one, -8 less than. Distribute this negative, which means like multiply it in. So -1 times x is -1x. -1 times 4 is -4. Okay, that's because I have a negative sign outside the bracket, so I have to distribute it. And then here, this is just like the usual question. Move the -4 over. When I move it, it now becomes plus. So -8 plus 4. -4 less than -x. Okay. Now here's the tricky part. Remember, this is negative x is the same as -1x. So what do I do with this -1 now? And divide it. Right. So what's my final answer? How do I write it?
4 less than x. Oh,
Why? Why, Angelique? Yeah, so it's this way. Because we divided by a negative number, so the direction of the sign changes.
Divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to change signs.
Yeah.
You really just said that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just said that to her. And then like it's like suddenly ding. Oh, that's what you do. Okay, good. 13. Let's see if you guys can do 13.
I'm so ready.
13. Another inequality question. Okay, Annie, try number 13. I'm gonna get you to help me with this question.
-18. Wait, can you show me the question? -6k. You take the sign of the 6 and multiply it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like 7 plus
You just said multiply it, right?
6.
Right.
6. And then 18k plus 18k.
Yep.
And then now you put it on terms. So -6k and 18k.
Yep. But when you
Negative.
right. So when you move it, you have to change the sign. Okay, so -6k minus 18k, what do you get? Use your calculator if you need to. -6 minus 18.
24. Negative 24. Okay.
Right. Don't forget that k. And that? 6 plus 18 is? Yep. Divide by -24. And so what's my final answer? K.
Or no, let's change it. Yeah. Why do you have to change it again? Because it's negative. Oh. Wait, so every time you divide by a negative sign, you have to change the bit.
Right.
That's so hard to do. Notice you guys just
Repeated the same sentence like 5 times. First it was Sophia, and then Mohini, and then Annie. It's so funny how it sounds like the first time you've heard of this sentence. Yes, so.
So it's better if you do it step by step because I tried doing it in my head and I got it wrong.
Yeah, don't do it in your head. Tomorrow, when you guys do the test on the Chromebook, make sure you write down the steps. Make sure you don't do it in your head. That's how you make mistakes. Okay. Let's see if you guys can do this. Which one? Which one should I? Okay, I think you guys are pretty good now. I think you guys get it. Let's do some word problems. Tomorrow, you guys are gonna have word problems.
How many word problems?
8 word problems.
You're gonna make me feel like people
That's why we're practicing it now.
We could have practiced this about months ago. How many word problems do you think are gonna be each month?
I forgot.
5?
I forgot.
5?
I forgot.
Will it be less? I'm gonna fail all the
More than 5.
No.
But it's gonna be like these ones.
But is it gonna be multiple choice?
Like,
Yeah.
you have to type it out the answer. Is it,
Yeah.
the answer is going to be multiple choice.
How many pages would it be?
Huh? How many pages? I think the test is out of 40. Out of 40.
Oh, okay. I just want to change
Okay, so let's try to solve this one. Maybe it's not as horrible as it seems. 331 students were on a field trip. 6 buses were filled and 7 students traveled in cars. How many students were in each bus?
331 equals sign.
You're on the right track. Yeah, so good. I like that. 331 equals something. You know that you're actually trying to set up an equation. So the question is asking how many students were in each bus. So if I have to define a variable, what should I let? Brianna? Okay. Number of buses. Let B represent number of buses. Okay. So in that case, 6 buses were filled. So what does that mean? Yes. 7 students went on their own. Plus 7 equal? Right.
Could it be 331 equal 60 plus 7?
Say that again?
Like, you wrote it that way, right?
Yeah.
Did you also write it the other way?
Yeah. So now it's just the same as how we solve any question.
60 equals 324 because you minus 7 from 2.
Good.
And then since it went to how many were in the bus, you have to take the 6, you have to divide it by 300.
And you get 54. So actually I wrote the wrong thing. B doesn't represent number of buses, number of students in bus. Number of students in the bus.
And then don't we have to put
In a bus. In a bus. Okay, what's my unit here? Students, right? So remember tomorrow, you'll get word problems, units. It's worth half a mark. Yeah, so make sure you write units. Aliyah, she had $24 to spend on 7 pencils. After buying them, she had $10 left. How much did each pencil cost? Yeah. Let P represent number of. How much a pencil at the cost of a pencil? Cost of a pencil. All right. Yeah. So then here 24 equal 7p. 7 pencils. Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
7p for the pencil. $10.
Could it be 24 minus 7p?
It's the same. No, it's 24 minus 10 equals 7p. Not 24. Oh, yeah. It's the same. Yeah. It's just you did the second step. Yep.
So you move the 10 as -10 minus
Yeah. What's my unit? Dollars. Okay, so again, I think the unit is gonna be what haunts you guys tomorrow. make sure you include the units. All right. Number 3, the sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 72. What are the smallest of these numbers?
I don't understand this one.
Okay.
Will it be x plus something equals 72?
X plus 7. No. X plus
1
Good.
equals 72.
Well, 3 consecutive.
Oh, x plus 1. X plus 2.
2. Good. Right. So does that make sense? If let's say one number is 10, the next one is 11, and the next one is 12.
Oh.
That's why it's plus 1 plus 2. So Annie, let's say x is 53. What would the next number be?
54.
And then, yeah. So that's why it's plus 1 and then plus 2.
Wait.
But what is this consecutive odd number?
Plus 2.
Also, it's 1 and then 3 and then 5. Oh,
Yeah.
So,
But no, what?
If it's consecutive odd number, then it's x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. No, but you're saying like that's actually it depends on what your
numbers wouldn't be x plus 1, the x plus 3.
no x plus 1 is the next consecutive number. So x plus 2 is not really like you're thinking even. It's actually like telling it to skip 2 numbers. That's what you're telling. Yeah. The sum of it is 72. So equals 72. Okay. X plus x plus x is plus 3 equals 72. Move that over. 69. So x is
23.
23.
23, 24, and 25.
But the question was just asking you for the smallest of these numbers, so it's just 23. All right. This is a thinking question, thinking beyond question, a level 5 question. Other than x plus 1, x plus 2, how else can I represent this equation?
What?
So other than x plus 1, x plus 2 equals 72, how else can I write this equation? Sean? No, that's what I have right here. Okay, so again, this is like a level 5 question, not even level 4. How else can I represent this equation? Right?
72 minus x plus 1, 2x plus 3 equals 7.
No, this is still just this line. Is x plus 1, x plus 2 the only 3 consecutive numbers?
No, but that's the easiest.
Yeah, what's another way that I could? Yeah. So I could have x plus 1, x minus 1, or x minus 1, x minus 2. Yeah, so you could,